talking here with Opus from Dead by Wednesday. And first of all, you're obviously out on tour. How's that going?
It's going great, man. It's the blessing just to be able to do this for a living and actually make some sort of living at it. I mean, for the longest time, it took us about 10 years to almost 10 years. We're at that critical, almost a decade mark where most bands can't make it to that point, and we're just really psyched about it. You know?
What's allowed you to keep pushing during the hard times?
What's that, bud?
What's allowed you to keep pushing during the hard times when it's got to be frustrating, I'm sure, but what's kind of...
Dude, it's beyond frustrating at times. I mean, realistically, what it comes down to, it's either in your blood or not, and I think a lot of people want to be rock stars, but they don't understand the blood, sweat, and tears, the grind that comes along with it, and after they realize what it takes, they kind of give up before they go through the trenches. I mean, most bands don't even get noticed until after the 10-year mark. I mean, it's like a known fact that it takes about a decade to brand the band. Because, unless you're a 13-year-old pop artist, with Universal behind you, you have to do what the old school bands did, like old school Metallica and Slayer and stuff like that. And you have to actually go out and play and tour and sell CDs to actually meet fans and talk to people and play basically all over the country and build your own following before you're a commodity. So it's really DIY thing these days for metal especially.
In your days out on the road, what venues or cities or countries have you enjoyed the most?
Let's see. There's so many of them. We always have a great time in Ohio. We have a huge fan base there. So we're from Connecticut, so Ohio is like our second family. Michigan we like a lot. Colorado we like a lot. It's pretty much everywhere is great, but I mean those are like the main places that like we get our big crowds. Connecticut, Mass, like I said, Colorado, Ohio, Michigan. A lot of those areas are like our big markets, but we play everywhere. So.
Gotcha. I've seen and heard people characterize you guys as hardcore, power, groove. There's funk in there. There's jazz in there. And when I heard the song "Shipwreck," that is some really diverse things on Death of a Rock Star. How would you categorize yourself, or is that just what other people do?
We're a heavy metal band. That's pretty much all I can say.
Okay.
There's so many categories within metal,
right?
That it's hard to pinpoint exactly what style, because we'll bust into a infectious groove moment, and then we'll do some old school punk rock style hardcore shit, and then some speed metal thrashing shit, and then we'll do some groovy Pantera over display of power type shit. And it's basically just whatever comes out. We're not trying to do anything, and that's what's the beauty of the band. A lot of times people, I feel like a lot of the real heavy death metal kind of guys have very closed minds when it comes to not necessarily the band or the fans. When it comes to if it's not a million miles an hour and blast beats and deafy vocals, they don't like it. See, with us, when we write in a room, we don't try to do anything in particular. We don't care about what's hot, what's not, what's selling, what's not selling. We basically just play whatever we're all so diverse with our musical variety of flavor, what we like, what we don't like, and stuff like that we just incorporate whatever we can. So my bass player might come in with a funk groove, but our guitar player is gonna throw some crazy heavy riff over it. So it's really just whatever happens, and so there's really no classification that I can say except for we're a metal band, because it is heavy and does have different aspects to it. So that's pretty much all I can say. We'll say, hey, what are you guys? We say, yeah, we're metal.
Well, for our readers and for the fans out there that maybe haven't heard Death of a Rock Star, for 5 songs, I don't know how you can get more diverse than what you guys do. But power, man, power is got to be the theme in there. You guys have such an incredible energy. Where does that passion come from?
Just basically being hungry, man. Like, we want to be up there with, we want to be known as like the Pantera of the 2000. You know what I mean? We want to be known. We want just that hunger that drives us. And, basically knowing that, I know we're a good band, but like to go out and prove yourself every night in front of a crowd and playing, with bands like, Shadows Fall and Hatebreed, something like that, you have to go out there and you have to give it 110%. If you don't, the crowds notice it. So you have to really do that. So I think just friendly competition in a sense drives us, and just basically wanting to show it what we got and giving our fans 110%. I mean, that's just kind of like makes us want to just go out there and just go crazy,
Well, lyrically, you guys definitely tackle some things that are hardcore and controversial. You're not shying away from some of the things that maybe some bands would. I mean, that's got to be on purpose. Is that just who you guys are as people?
Well, we've always been that. I mean, this band was built on a huge middle finger to the music industry. I mean, right from the beginning with the song, with the album "Democracy Is Dead" in 2006. I mean, it's basically saying that we don't give a shit about what the record industry thinks, because they don't know what's going on either. They don't know what's hot next or what's selling. They don't even know how to sell albums anymore. So we don't care what they want or what they do. We just do what we want to do, and hopefully people connect to it. And so far, so good. But that's kind of like where that attitude comes from. I think that I've learned from the past, because I was in a band for almost a decade that did really, really well. We were managed by Rage Against the Machine. We played Woodstock '99. We toured with everyone under the sun. It was a rap rock band called Gargantua Soul. Singer was all painted up, and he looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we almost did like the Mushroom Head / Motivator thing before those people did it. And it was really cool, and I learned a lot. But like basically, I also learned how fickle record executives are, and how fickle and how much of a roller coaster ride the music industry is. Because as soon as you're not hot anymore, no one wants to know who you are. It's a roller coaster ride. You're up, you're down, and so many people, are calling my phone off the hook when we're on top. And then when the industry changed and the music styles, changed, we started second guessing ourselves, and we imploded from the inside out. And that's one thing I learned: you never second guess yourself. You always do what you want to do that made you successful in the first place, and you never backed out. So with this band, when we started, I was always a straight up metalhead, even though I was playing drums in like a rap metal type of thing. I always loved. I grew up on like thrash metal, Exodus, and DRI, and DOD, and Slayer, and old Metallica, and Overkill, and all, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That was the kind of shit that I was into. So basically, I was just like, I'm gonna start a band where I don't give a shit what people in the industry thinks. It's not meant for the people in the industry. It's meant for me, first of all, because I want to be happy playing, and also meant for the people that I care about, which is our fans. So that's kind of like where the whole thing came from. And yeah, we tackle on a lot of things, because it's true. Death of the Rockstar is very much about the dying music industry, and not about the bands and the music, about basically the people that are in control of all the money and buy-ons and this and that and all the bullshit that goes along with the red tape, the political bullshit that goes along with being in a band. It's got to end. It's got to stop. Bands got to start sticking together, coming together, and saying this shit's got to end. We're the ones. Without us, you ain't got nothing. So you guys better cut the shit.
That's incredible. That's neat to hear. As far as it comes to your drumming, some drummers, they're there, they do their thing, and other drummers, to me, they just seem to drive the band. And you definitely are in that category of you are driving that music. Is that your goal, or is that just who you are coming through?
Oh no, that's my goal, man. When people come to see us play, there's only 4 of us. We try to bring it. bring it back to, like I said, the old band I was in were like 7 guys, percussion, keyboards, sampler, DJs, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to bring it back to less is more. 4 guys, 1 guitar player, 1 bass player, 1 drummer, and a singer, and you do the most you can with what you got. And I feel like, like basically all the old bands that used to matter, like Sabbath and Zeppelin and Pantera and Van Halen, and bands like that who had just 1 person per instrument, and they do the most they can with that. So basically, when people come to see the band, I want people to not just watch the singer, not just watch our monster guitar player or monster bass player. I want people to go, damn, that drummer is badass. So when I write parts, I might not be technically, playing the Portnoy or like Lombardo or something, but I want to write parts for the song that are catchy. So when you write a guitar riff, you want to write a catchy guitar riff, right? Well, I want to write a catchy drum part where even though it drives the song, you remember it. And that's kind of where my mindset is when I write for bands or whatever. But I mean, for this band. But also, not just that, to be honest with you, I think that it's important for people like a drummer to be seen if you're that character. Like I grew up on things like Tommy Lee and Dave Lombardo and what the hell is the guy's name? One of my favorites, Stuart Copeland from The Police, and one of my all-time favorites, Vinnie Paul. I mean, those guys, those guys. When you see them play, you go, oh, wow, okay, that's the drummer right there. And that's kind of like where my mindset is. I want to stand out and be one of those guys that people remember when they leave the show.
Well, I think you're accomplishing that, because when I first reviewed Death of a Rockstar, it was probably a couple months ago, the drumming did stand out, and especially for me, When in Rome and Left for Dead, you said, there are drum parts in there where, like you said, sometimes you hum some bars or whatever of the vocals or whatever. It's like that. So, how are those songs coming across live for you guys?
How they come across what?
Live. Yeah.
Oh, live. Oh, those are definitely powerful. I mean, the hook in When in Rome gets people every time, because you start by the end of the song, even if you don't know the song, you start singing it. And for Left for Dead, I mean, it's such a powerful. The whole song is basically like a driving breakdown. It's just a constant breakdown that's driving the song, and it's not just a breakdown where it's like like typical breakdown where everyone beat each other up. It's part of the song that actually drives the song. It's the main riff that just goes throughout the whole song. So I think that it's one of those songs that really come across live powerful.
What's next for you guys when this tour is over? Where are you today?
I'm in Jones Beach, Long Island, New York, and only 2 more dates, and then we go home.
Okay.
And I think we just got off the Shadows Fall tour. I'm doing the Mayhem thing for like 7-8 dates, and then we're going home and basically just gonna do as much promo as we can and try to get back out on the road. But it has to be something that's good, more quality, less quantity. Like I used to just tour constantly, and that's how we got the band to this point. But we need to do more bigger stuff with bigger bands and supporting them, and not just constantly play for 3 people at some hillbilly bar for like $50. You know what I mean? We need to. I don't care about the money so much, but it's more about playing with the right bands. Like
Sure.
when we did the Shadows Fall tour, it was amazing because they were perfect styles for us to play with, but also we turned out a lot of their fans. But also they were nice guys, and they understood what we were trying to do. So they were really helpful and cool people.
That's awesome. As great as Death of a Rockstar is, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, only because only because I would give it a 10 out of 10 if it would have been a full length. And that's promising for people that are new to Dead by Wednesday. What is the plan for the next full length album?
Well, here's the thing. We want to do a full length, but halfway through the recording process, our guitar player left. and that's why it took us like 6 months to find the right guy. This dude's a monster. He's like a prodigy, and we just didn't want to put anyone in the position because, like I said, it's like a family. And when he left, it really left us, hanging, and we were sort of bummed, and we just didn't want to put anyone in. We wanted to get someone who was either as good or not better than the last guy, because of the fact that it's only one position. It's not 2 guitar players, or we can't really settle. So we wanted to be a full length, but honestly, in all honesty, we got more reaction out of it being a short 5-song than we did with our last full length. I think a lot of times full lengths get overshadowed because a lot of people don't listen to the whole thing and they're not 100% into it, and there's sometimes hidden gems in there that get overlooked. So with this, what I'm getting from a lot of people is that it's short and sweet, and people are constantly putting it on repeat. They want to hear it again, and they want to hear it again, and that to me makes me happy because, you can have a full length and people can easily, you throw a filler in there, people can easily get bored, or you can have a short album that people are fucking raving about,
Oh, that's well said. Yeah, sometimes you get those 12, 13, 14 song albums and you are kind of exhausted by the end of it. I like throwing your stuff on because if I've got a half an hour drive to work or whatever, I can hear the whole thing, pop into work, feel fully amped and ready to go, or go to the gym and get a workout in, and it's boom and it's over. So, yeah, you may be onto something. Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah.
It doesn't seem that short, it's short, but it doesn't seem that short. It's probably like almost a half hour, right? Or half hour long or something like that.
I think about half hour. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
So, realistically, it's not that short for an EP,
Gotcha. Well, I sure appreciate you taking some time to be with us here. I'll let you go. I know your time is valuable. Anything else you'd like to say to the fans? Anything you want us to shout out on behalf of Dead by Wednesday?
Where are you guys out of again?
Well, it's WeLoveMetal.com. It's really out of Canada and America hybrid, more of a tech thing.
Oh, cool. All right, basically, I just want to say that if you want to pick up the new album, you can go to our indie label who's doing a great job with it, called EarOneProductions.com, Ear One Productions, and anything else as far as if you are interested in any of our social media sites, all the Facebook and the Twitter and the MySpace and the this and that space and that space, all that bull BS. If you want to basically go to our mother site, which is just simply one word altogether, deadbywednesday.com, and all the information for all the other stuff is on there. So. Okay.
Very good. And I guess before we wrap it up here, When in Rome, there's a video for it now, correct?
Oh yeah, you can also check out our video for When in Rome. It's brand new, and it was done amazing by Jessica Spinelli and Charles Winthrop. They both co-produced it, and it's on our YouTube page. Actually, no, it's not on our YouTube page yet. It's on YouTube. You can Google it, but I believe it's premiered on puregrain.com. Just feel free to put it up yourself if you want. Or also you can go to Ear One Productions, the label, has their own YouTube page, and I believe it's up on that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, and for the fans out there, again, if you have not heard Death of a Rock Star, Death of the Rock Star by Dead by Wednesday, you are really missing out. It's fantastic. It's something you can hear. Like I said, we're saying it's not quick, but it gets to the point. And boy, does it rock! It's diverse, and it does. It leaves you wanting more. And I think you guys are at a place where people are kind of salivating for more of what you got to offer.
Thank you, man. And we will do more. Believe me, we already wrote a couple more songs since then in that same vein as When in Rome. And we are going to start recording again right away, and in between touring and promoting this album, and pretty much all that good stuff. And when this is up, it's going to be up on the internet. This is like a writer for a podcast, or what are we doing right now?
Yeah, so this will be posted on WeLoveMetal.com either later this week or next week, and then it'll be up.
Let me know, and I'll repost it for you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you.
All right, we'll promote the hell out of it.
Awesome. Very good. Thanks for your time. This is Opus. We're speaking with Opus from Dead by Wednesday. Going to let you go, and thank you so much for your time. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, brother, man.
All right. Have a good day.
Stay in touch. All right, bud. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye now.